Security has changed very rapidly over the last 10 years. It's very much moved from what we would call the perimeter all the way through the network into the user environments, into the actual application environments.
Meaning that rather than data being secured in a controlled environment in a traditional data center, data is now everywhere. It's all over the world, traversing different networks, traversing different countries, making the security landscape really very fragmented, large surface, essentially difficult to control and manage.
The rapid adoption of cloud means that it's actually poking holes in the traditional network security environment, so people are having to look outside the envelope and have a look where they need to deploy and become much more secure.
What we need to do is look at zero trust concepts and say, I want to be able to use any underlying network infrastructure, whether it's traditional technologies, whether it's newer technologies like SD-WAN, but in the knowledge that I, as the customer, the owner of the data, at all times have control and ownership of my assurance posture as it relates to my sensitive data.
So at Certes, we see ourselves as one of the leading security products. We don't just do bulk encryption, we go after purely the payload, which means that we are targeting the key aspect, the data.
Being software defined, we're centrally orchestrated, so you enforce this concept of separation of duties. The owner of the data can be responsible for the data security posture without impacting the underlying network infrastructure or network operations.
Traditionally, Certes has worked with customers that we call high assurance, sectors such as finance, government, utilities, and healthcare. Industries where, due to the very sensitive nature of the data that they're handling, there's a mix of different regulations they have to meet.
However, the industry is moving quickly. Regulation, compliance is hitting other organisations outside those verticals. So even if you're an organisation that's perhaps what would be deemed not a high assurance vertical in the past, you certainly will become going forward.
So ultimately, when we're working with customers, it's them understanding what is the impact to their business should they be non-compliant, but also in the event that they suffer a breach within their environment, then how is that going to be taken when it comes to their customers and the view of their brand within their industry?
What we're starting to see now is that the cost of doing something is now much cheaper than the cost of doing nothing. Individuals taking companies to court over data breaches, we're seeing class action lawsuits coming together and the fines resulting from those being huge. More importantly, we're also seeing that company officers are now getting legal action against them personally in the form of data breaches.
Think about Certes, we're a small group, we're agile, we give people options, and that's the key thing. We don't constrain people, and that's one of the leading things that comes back from our clients is that they haven't just picked something and feel constrained. They can actually change and evolve with us, and we can listen to what their requirements are and be very reactive to that.
What you've been able to see really over time is that as the security landscape has changed, we have also been able to adapt our technology to move along with that. And we continue to monitor and make changes to our technology to make sure that it's staying up with the most recent architectural changes.
If you've started or are about to start your digital transformation journey, and you have a need to secure your sensitive data because of a level of regulation you have to meet, then Certes is here with a solution that will enable you to deliver both on your digital transformation needs and your data protection needs in a very simple, scalable, and easily deployable way.